Good evening and welcome back to Judd Ventures. If you've been following us on Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen that we have an extremely busy scare season coming up this year. Last year we started our vlogs during the scare season, and this year we really wanted to amp up what we were doing, and so we have a lot planned in. It's very, very exciting, and we're going to take you through just what you can expect from Judd Ventures this scare season. So we're starting off the scare season relatively early this time round on the 29th of September by visiting the Scare City Experience. And I mean, what can we say? What a way to start off the scare season. It's the only scare attraction in the UK that's set inside an actual abandoned theme park. Now, for those that don't know, Scare City is set up on the ruins, if you will, of the Camelot theme park, and part of the maze last year actually went through the remains of the castle itself. And this year Scare City is boasting 10 brand new scare zones with 4 indoor mazes, more scare actors than ever before, a new scare trail and new merchandise. Now, this was like no other scare attraction that we've visited. Last year didn't really have any specific mazes, so no buildings that you went into other than the castle itself. It was very much like a 2-mile scare zone with different themed areas, loads of excellent characters, including what must have been a 10-foot evil blood-dripping bunny on stilts. It really was good, and we're extremely excited to see how they've improved this year. We'll be moving straight on the 6th of October to Xtreme Scream Park in Melton Mowbray. Now, this will be our first ever visit to this award-winning attraction. It's got a hefty 7 mazes, street theatre, fire breathers, stage shows, fairground rides. It's sure to be a fantastic night. We can then relax by the fire pit at the end of the night with some of the best food at any scare attraction out there. There's multiple street food vendors, a licensed Halloween themed cocktail bar and more. Now, we absolutely love well themed scare mazes, and Xtreme Scream Park is well known for their award-winning theming, so we are really excited for this one. Now, we're going to be making a whole weekend of it, and we'll be heading straight over the very next night on the 7th of October to Screamfest in Burton-upon-Trent. Now, once again, this will be our very first visit to this attraction, which is boasting 5 returning scare mazes as well as 2 terrifying new attractions for 2023. Now, that means in the 24-hour period from going to Xtreme Scream Park through until Screamfest, we will be visiting a total of 14 scare attractions within that 24-hour period, which both delights and terrifies me at the same time. Screamfest also boasts walk-around performers, live bands, dance troupes, and their very own DJ. So this is sounding like another excellent attraction that we can't wait to visit for the first time. We'll have around a week's break before we then move on the 13th of October to the ever-impressive Hallowscream at York Maze. Now, pandemic aside, we've been every single year to visit Corny and his gang of incredible misfits, and we've never ever been let down yet. It has the best roaming characters of any maze that we've been to, and provides some of the most hilarious interactions that you can get. It really is one not to be missed, and was the reason that we started this vlog in the first place at last year's Hallowscream. It is available for you to go watch, please. It was our first vlog. It's not me shaking, it is the camera that is shaking. The vlogs have vastly improved since then. But yeah, it's fantastic every time we go. The theming is on point. It has a great selection of food and drink stalls in its custom built dining marquee. It has a selection of carnival rides, merchandise stalls, face painting, stage shows, and I believe this year will be the first year where there's a live rock band as well. There's 5 mazes in total, with 4 returning mazes this year and 1 brand new maze which is yet to be announced. So we're very excited to see just what that has to offer. Now, the very next night, again, we're doing some full-on weekends here at Judventures. The very next night, the 14th of October, we are heading to Yorkshire Scaregrounds, which is situated on the aptly named Hell Lane near Wakefield. This is another event which we have frequently visited over a number of years for both their Halloween scare events and even once for a Christmas scare event they held, which was pretty damn good. It has 3 scare zones and 5 scare houses. They have really amped up the offering that they are having this year with a huge overhaul of the event, a brand new beer garden, exclusive merchandise and licensed bar. Now, the character interaction last year was absolutely amazing. The scare actors spent a huge amount of time with us in the dedicated area around the end of the maze, because it's very unique is Yorkshire Scaregrounds, where there's no big hub area where you then enter into everywhere. You basically arrive at the event, you go straight into the queue, straight off through all of the zones before ending up at their hub area, which by the sounds of it has had a massive overhaul, and it's in this end area where a number of roaming characters are there to terrify and delight all at once. It really is, it was a great event and we're very excited to be going back this year, and with the announcement that the excellent Krampus is returning, it's definitely one that we don't want to miss. Now, moving on to the next evening, so this is 3 days in a row of Halloween excitement. We'll actually be taking a break from the horror and gore and we'll be visiting Farmer Copleys Pumpkin Festival, which is located near Pontefract, to enjoy some wholesome family fun. Now, it's going to be a great day of pumpkin picking. They have over 37 different varieties of pumpkins. Lucy is completely obsessed with pumpkins, so I imagine the day after my house is going to look like its own festival. But it does have other things such as live shows, tractor rides, archery and a lot more, so it should be a great day for the whole family. Now, we move on a whole 5-day break before we eventually go on another cherry popping event where we attend Farmageddon on the 20th of October in Ormskirk near Liverpool. This will be another experience that we've never been to, which we are going to go to for the first time. Voted one of the top 25 scare attractions in the world, that has 5 scare mazes, a licensed bar, carnival rides, and an all-new zombie paintball experience. Again, with a great food and drink offering as well. This is another one that we can't wait to go to for the first time. The very next day, whilst we're down in the area, we're going to again take a break from the scares and horror, and we're going to be visiting the exciting Liverpool Comic Con, as well as exciting guest panels, a huge variety of film and TV props, hundreds of vendors selling all kinds of film, TV and geek memorabilia. It's a day out that everyone can enjoy. It has a brilliant level of great cosplay on show, which is like stepping into a fantasy world, and who could not get excited at the possibility of meeting your own celebrity idols. Now, we are actually scheduled to meet The Last of Us's Gabriel Luna, the hardcore wrestling legend Mick Foley, and the iconic Helena Bonham Carter. There's more guests to be announced as well, so there may be other people that we could potentially meet. But who wouldn't be excited for meeting legends such as them? And as we get to the end of the scare season, on the 28th of October, we are going to be travelling all the way back up north to York Maze again, because for the first time we're going to be attending their Hallowtween event. Now, this event is a scaled down version of their Hallowscream event. It's aimed at children between 10 to 15 years old, and personally this is one of the most exciting events that we will be attending this year, because it means that it's going to be our little one's first introduction into these kind of annual scare events, and hopefully that means that he's going to be able to join us going forward as he grows older in our obsession with all things horror and all things scare. And then it's on to the big one. So the very next day, on the 29th of October, through the remainder of the Halloween period, we will be visiting Disneyland Paris for their Halloween festival. And oh my god, am I extremely excited by this one. It's our favourite time of the year in one of the most magical places. It's going to be absolutely great. We're going to check out as much of the delights that Disney has to offer. We'll have loads and loads of content coming from Disney over this period, including updates on their Halloween merchandise, fireworks shows, Halloween parades, all of the wonderful theming and food on offer. This one cannot come quick enough for us. Now, we've not quite finished our Halloween season there, because during the remainder of the half-term week, this is unconfirmed, but we're currently looking at the potential to visit either Stockeld Park's Halloween offering or Flamingo Land's Halloween offering. We're not quite sure which at this moment in time, or if we will go to any of them. After all of the previous events we've mentioned, which are all confirmed, then we may just be too exhausted to go anywhere by this point. So don't hold us to that one, but fingers crossed we'll have some more content from there coming as well. And then we will end our Halloween activities by attending For the Love of Horror, which is a horror convention at the Bowlers Exhibition Centre in Manchester. It's very similar to Comic Con. The event will see a huge number of guests, vendors and sets from all over the world of horror. So if you're a horror lover, keep an eye out for this one. It will be fantastic. And that would put an end to our Halloween scare experience, our Halloween tour, however we want to be named. It's a huge, for us at least, a huge number of events. There should be some fantastic content. I'm extremely excited about going to these and filming them all. It really is. I've had to book off nearly the entire month of October just to do all this, and I'm glad I can't have a holiday for the rest of the year, because this is just brilliant. But that's it. Very busy and hugely exciting time for us. Please, by all means, subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell. That way you can be notified of when any of our content from this scare season goes live. And please leave a comment down below. Let us know which of our experiences that you're most excited to see, or any of your own experiences that you're excited for this scare season. And that's it from us here at Judd Ventures, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night.